Yeah, so good morning, guys. My name is Fawaz, and can you guys hear me first thing? Can you guys is my mic okay? Everything's fine, right? Uh, anyway.
Yes, 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 fine.
Okay, cool. Okay. Just use this chat to this thing. That should be fine. Yeah. So I'm Fawaz, second year student at Sahyadri, and yeah. Okay. So today's topic obviously is building a portfolio. Wait a second. Uh, has it started screen sharing? Yeah, it has. Okay, cool. Okay, so uh, before we get started into with the actual building of the portfolio, I want to talk about what a portfolio is, why do you need a portfolio, and what to put on a portfolio, and things like that. Yeah, I won't be going much deep into this because this is not the session where what about this, but then I will talk about some things. I'll put a link into this for this PDF on the group afterwards. You guys can check it out later. Yeah, it talks about it in detail and all stuff. Yeah. Uh, Fine. Okay, so first things first. What is a developer portfolio? Now, you guys might have heard about photographers portfolio, right? It's a place where they showcase their work. They put their cool, photos over there. The ones that are really good, they just showcase the good photography or photos over there on that portfolio and stuff like that. A developer portfolio is something where a developer showcases his projects. If you're a web developer, you'll probably showcase your websites. You'll probably showcase your other stuff. Maybe if you have some command line projects, you'll showcase those works and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's a portfolio. What to put on a portfolio? Yeah, we'll be talking about that also later. We'll just put now, for example, you have maybe 12 projects, uh, out of which few are really simple projects like a calculator and stuff like that, and some are cool websites. A website you've built which is for which is like Facebook or something example. So this is the big project that you should be putting in a portfolio. Don't put projects like the small projects like maybe a tic-tac-toe game or something that's in the command line. We'll only be highlighting the ones that are really important because yeah, I'll tell why we have to be doing that later, but we'll only be highlighting the ones that are really good. Now, a photographer, he won't put shitty photos that he's by mistake clicked or something as this thing. He'll only showcase the ones that are truly good or something. So yeah, a place where you can showcase your good projects or great projects or whatever you've done is a developer portfolio. Yeah. Why do you need one? Okay. Now, w- since this quarantine moment has started or whatever, a lot of people, have started learning to code. A lot of by the end of this Corona thing, there'll be many people who have already come into the industry of technology. Yeah, there'll be many people who are in it already, and there'll be many people competing with you guys to get a job in the tech industry. Yeah, to get a job in the industry. But why do we need a portfolio? We have resume, we have LinkedIn profiles, we have stuff like that. Why do you need a portfolio? Not everyone makes a portfolio. Okay, so imagine there are four people. For example, me. There is Afroz. There is Sony. Yeah, these three people. We three. Okay, and then I'm the one without a portfolio, and Afroz is also the one without a portfolio. But Sony has a portfolio with her. Okay, so that portfolio is like her secret weapon that she can out, out interview us or something. So that's like a portfolio is not like I'm not telling LinkedIn profiles or your GitHub profile or your resume is not important. They're important as well, but this portfolio is like a secret weapon just in case. It's like this, it gives you this upper hand against other people because not many people in this thing make a portfolio, or if they do, they don't like maintain it really well or something. So we'll be talking about how to, you can make a good portfolio and how you can have that upper hand as well. Yeah. So that's why we need a portfolio. We'll also be talking about, yeah, what kind of projects you should be adding. So you, like any project that has like helped you solve a real life problem that really attracts the employers. Like, oh, this guy has actually used his work to solve this thing. Has used his skills to solve real world problems. We need someone like him in that company. So putting projects like that, if you have contributed to open source libraries, just stuff like that, or if someone is actually using your project for their benefits, around the world, projects like that. It also talks about, like, how what projects not to include and stuff like that. Don't put the portfolio website inside. They are already inside their portfolio, and they'll, adding it in, it looks kind of weird. Okay. How many portfolios to add? Okay. Don't add more than 5 portfolios. Now imagine you have, I already told about this, right? It won't highlight the ones that are important. So for example, you have the Facebook app and you have the small TikTok app. The employer may not go through the entire list of portfolios, right? He doesn't have the time to go through the entire list of portfolios. What if he clicks on the tic-tac-toe app instead of, he looks at the tic-tac-toe app and then just goes to the other profile instead of looking at the Facebook one? So we need to highlight the ones that are good only. If you put many portfolios like 12, he won't go through all of them. He doesn't have the time to go through all of them. So just put a few that are really good. So that's about that. And yeah, this PDF also talks about, how to, like, if you're, this thing is a HR manager, how should your portfolio be and how should your portfolio, if it's a software developer, and then you kind of mix them together and tell what are the important points. I won't be going into that much detail. We'll just go into the design part. Actually, this doesn't even matter. Yeah, so design. Now, the people, now you are a software engineer, okay? You are a software engineer, and you may not have enough. Yeah.
Your screen's
Am
not
I going
shared.
too fast?
Your screen's not shared.
My screen's not shared.
No.
It is,
No,
right?
it is. Yeah.
Oh my,
Scroll
I'm
again.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought it was shared. Can you guys see it now? Oh, wait.
No.
No, it's still not up.
I think share your entire screen, not just
I
one
am.
bit.
Is it up now?
Yeah, we can see here.
Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. I thought it was up. Okay, I haven't gone through, like, I haven't actually showed much anyways. So I was just going through the pages of this PDF. Yeah. So I don't think it really matters much since I haven't really showed. But then yeah, I was just going through these pages of the PDF and showing like stuff. So I guess it's fine. We'll continue. Oh yeah, so the design part. You're a software engineer, right? And then there are other people out there who have spent years, like 10 years or 5 years, how many ever years, to actually master designing courses. So can you, with your skills, out them, like, outperform them in terms of design? No, you won't be able to, right? Obviously. So how do you get that design aspect? How do you out this thing? Just go to other people's website, okay? Get inspiration from them, okay? You don't have to, sit in this thing, like a table, start drawing from scratch or start designing from scratch, because you're not going to outperform them anyways. So instead, just go to other good people's website, look at their portfolios, get some inspiration. Don't copy them exact pixel by pixel, okay? Just, am I going too fast, like speaking too fast? No, right? Okay, fine. Yeah, so yeah, just go to the website and get inspiration from them. Go to some other few websites, get inspiration from them, take their ideas, mix your ideas together, and come up with like slightly better, design. You won't obviously be able to outperform them. If you do, that's good. But then, yeah. So that's about the design. And other thing, he also talks about how to add Easter eggs in the website. Yeah. So imagine a software developer is actually looking at a portfolio, and then he opens the dev, this thing, what do you call that? Console. What do you call this? Man, I forgot. Developer tools. Yeah, he opens the developer tools and then he puts a hide there kind of thing in there. So Easter eggs like that, they'll be like, oh, this is something that was not there in the other 100 people's website. Like for example, all people have like, they might have a dull image or something and all stuff like that. And how you can add stuff that will make your project or web portfolio better than the other 100 people's portfolio. Yeah, so stuff like that. And I'll be sharing some really good portfolios that I've seen. Look at this one. Looks at my mouse. Yeah, cool. And I'll share the links later on the WhatsApp group, so you guys can check them out yourself and get some inspiration from that for the design as well. You can even look at their work, the projects they've done, and stuff like that. What I've been talking about was how to get a professional portfolio that takes you into. If you're making a portfolio, just for fun or something, you guys can go crazy with it. You guys don't have to follow these rules, okay? You guys can do anything. You guys want to put like hundreds of images, you want to put hundreds of portfolio projects, you can do it. But these tips which I shared is so that you can like so that'll help you out in the industry kind of. Okay. But if you're making one just for fun or like you just want to play around with something, you just want something cool to be there, or you guys can do anything you want with the portfolio. It's yours obviously, so it doesn't matter. But then if you want to try to get into the tech industry with a portfolio, it's better if you follow these rules. If you want your own one, that's not like you could have two portfolios, one for professional, one for this thing. You can go crazy with the other one, and you can have these a decent kind of this thing in the one which you're going to be showcasing to the employers or stuff like that. Yeah. So that's that. That's about how to like what to put in your portfolio, what to do, stuff like that. Okay, so we'll be building this website. It's a small website that I built. I actually built it like 2 days back. Okay, so we'll be building this website. It's a simple website. We won't be doing. I didn't go into it and put a lot of stuff into it. I know the colors are really bad. My UX skills are really bad. UI as well. But then yeah, I've made a really simple one. We'll be building this a kind of this thing. You guys may not be able to finish this website by the end of this workshop or something, because it's not easy. It took me 2 days to build this website, but I'll be going over things like tips and tricks on how to get started on stuff like that, and I'll be coding along with you on VS Code as well. So yeah, so we'll first go over this website, like things like, so first over here we have the nav bar. Okay, so the nav bar is responsive. Wait, we have the nav bar with like about me section that takes you to the about me this page, and then interest that takes you to what I do part, and projects which takes you to the project, and get in touch. Oh, one more thing, I forgot to give it forget in touch, I guess. Okay, that's fine. One more thing is your portfolio should be made such that it looks good on everyone's computer or phone or mobile or anyone's device. Okay, so it should be super responsive. That's one thing that's hard to do, but I'll show you stuff like we can do to get over that. We'll be using media queries and stuff. You should have like little bit knowledge on HTML and CSS to get started with this. So I was there up on the website. If you guys don't have any, it's fine. For for the moment, but then if it's good. We will be going over some some intermediate topics like media queries and stuff like that. So, but then I'll explain all this stuff when we are doing the actual coding. We'll be using variables and stuff like that. If you don't know that, it's fine. I'll explain them again, but then at least a little bit knowledge on like what is a div, how to structure the HTML, how that selection is happening, stuff like that is already known. It's really good. Yeah. So again, so the navbar, you can see it's really responsive. When it gets too clustered, I just remove the navbar off, and because I personally don't prefer a drop-down menu on phone, it looks kind of bad. So I just remove it off, and if you want to make a good drop-down menu, you'll have to use JavaScript or something like that to make it look good, or else it just look really bad on mobile devices. And since we're not going over JavaScript on this workshop, I've just kept the drop-down menu or the nav bar drop-down menu kind of stuff for this thing. So just when it gets clustered, we just remove it off. So you can see the text, it comes down so that it becomes really responsive. We'll add a what do I do part on these icons and all. You guys can use your own, or you guys can go to flaticons.com. Flat icon, yeah. You guys can go to their website. You can search for free icons, and you can download them and use them in your own website. So that's good. And yeah. So yeah. And then we'll be going with the projects part. In the projects part, I've put two buttons, one that takes you to the GitHub repository and one that's actually website. Now, all of these are the same for this thing because I didn't have the time to actually put content and stuff like that. So I just kept it the same. I just gave some lorem text and all. And we'll check our response, responsibility. So it's like this, and then it becomes short, and then blah, 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 blah. And then I just use this thing. We'll also be using Flexbox in this, okay? I'll tell you about that and links where you can get more info on that and get in touch, stuff like that. Links and all that stuff. Okay, fine. Yeah, so we'll get started with the code, I guess. Let me just open a new project which I've already made. Yeah, we'll also be talking about how to host your website at the end once you are done with the portfolio. We'll be hosting it on GitHub pages because it's fairly simple, and it's simple and it'll be up and running in like a few minutes. Now in this folder, I already have my fonts in here and already have my images. I'll also be talking about how you can get fonts. Like if you want to download fonts, you can download. If you don't want to download, you can go to Google Fonts and you can take the embedded link, and we'll be doing stuff like that. So first of all, we'll get started with the HTML file. We'll just create a normal file called index.html. It's important to name the HTML file index.html because it'll help you in the hosting the website, because while hosting the website, it'll search for the file index.html and it'll host this thing. So if you name it something else, it won't host that. You need to name it index.html if you want to host it on GitHub pages. Or for the time, you can just have a name and then you can change it afterwards. Okay, so are you guys like ready to this thing or something? Or should we like start? You guys have any questions? And ask. Okay, I assume, yeah, I guess we can start, I guess. Cool, fine. First of all, we'll start off with the basic HTML template. So on Visual Studio Code, if you write HTML and colon 5 and you press enter, it'll automatically build the HTML5 template boilerplate for you, and I'll keep it ready. I'll go through this once. HTML, the doc type HTML which you're using, HTML language which you'll be using in this thing, cards, the character set you'll be using, viewport. Okay, now this thing is important to make your website responsive on mobile devices. If while boilerplating it or like emitting the this thing, this doesn't pop up, just put it in there. It's meta viewport, and you press enter, it should pop up. The first thing we'll change the title. I'll give it my nick. However, you guys can give it anything you want. I'll be stopping in the middle, so if you guys have any doubts, just put it up in the chat. I'll check. Okay, so first thing, we'll just go to this thing and we'll see what we need. Okay, first of all, we need our logo, the Fawara logo. Okay, so I don't have a logo right now, so I'm just gonna use an H1 tag or H2 tag to put the Fawara in here, and then you guys, and then I'll put pineapple emoji there, and we'll also need this thing. So we'll just put that in there fast. So obviously that'll be the nav bar. So just put nav, and we need the, wait a second. Okay. We'll be adding the h2 tag, and we'll give it the class of logo, and inside that we'll just write our name, caps lock forward. Then we'll create a separate div. We'll call it nav buttons plus. Actually, I should be using this shortcut. Wait, I'll show it to you guys in a minute. We'll just call it nav-but. Then inside all of these, we'll add divs, and these will have the class of buttons, and we'll call it nav-button. So yeah, so we're just if there's anyone who's new to HTML, we're just making a box, and then we're just calling the box nav buttons in the first line over here in the line which I'm at right now, and in the second line we're just giving another box, and we're calling it the button, the actual button that's there, and we're gonna include an anchor tag. Or for the moment, we'll just give it hashtag so that it just takes us back to the website, and we'll add stuff like about yes, okay. So now if there's a shortcut in Visual Studio Code that if you wanna repeat the code again and again, you guys can just select the part you wanna this thing, and then if you press Shift and Alt and the down key, it'll duplicate the same stuff again. So we'll need 4 buttons, right? So we'll duplicate it 4 times, and you'll have stuff like this. You'll have the logo for Vara. Let me just put it in one line. No, controllers. Okay. Oh, okay. Actually, I mistakenly added the nav buttons part also. I'm just going to remove that. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay, that should be fine. So what we did was we made first of all we gave it an h2 tag of with our logo, and then we created a div with nav buttons over there, and we gave it a div nav buttons, and inside that we put different classes of nav button, nav button, nav button. We call this all about me for now. I'll change this to projects. Maybe stop that. And this we'll just call it interests, and this should just call it get in touch. Yeah, the three things about me, interest counts, that's fine. This is- okay, so yeah. So yeah, this is a nav of now. Obviously, it won't look as good as this thing. But okay, if you guys are in Visual Studio Code, right, and you guys come over here below, you'll have this extension thing over here. If you're an Atom as well, you'll have something called extension. I have installed this extension called Live Server. So what it does is, when I click here, let me just close that for now. When I click here, and I click on open with live server, the website opens here, and every time I make a change, for example, if I make interest, blah, 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 and then I press Control S, I save it. Without having to reload the page over here, it'll make the changes automatically. So that's live server. It makes programming easier, okay? It's not a must to have it, but then it'll make it easier. Now, Atom, on Atom also you'll have something like extensions. You can just go to extensions. You can search for live server on Visual Studio Code, and then just click on live server and then click on install. I have already installed it, so it'll be I have the uninstall option. But then if you install it, yeah, you'll have it here. Then you just have to go to the HTML file and you just have right click over here, and then you have to open with live server. It'll be written away. The shortcut key would be Alt L Alto in the respective manner. Yeah. So you can see. Wait, let me just change that. Let me save this. Once that's done, you can see our navbar is kind of looking okay. We have the logo, we have the about me interest project get interest. Obviously, it's not in this manner because we haven't styled it yet. Now we'll style it in some time. After that, we'll go to the about me section. That is this part of your photo and this small section over here. So we'll just leave some space. Let me just yeah, we'll just add a div of about. Oh yeah, so I wanted to talk about it. So every time I used to write this a lot. I used to write div and then I used to write press enter. Wait, I used to write div and then I used to press enter and then the class used to be formed, right? So this is a shortcut of writing this easily. If you want to make an ID, write hashtag. So while you're using CSS, you use hashtag and then you write the name of it like about hyphen me, and you press enter. It'll automatically create a div with the ID about me for you. Okay, so it makes it faster. You don't have to then go change your like pointer where inside the div and then make the class. So instead, if you just write hashtag div ID, and if you want to make a class, you have to write full stop because that's the selector for a class, and then you write the name of the class that you want. So for example, we just call it about me again, hyphen me, and it'll make a class. And if you want,
Hello, Fawaz.
yeah,
Hello. Is everyone following up? Like, has everyone finished till here? If yes, then please use chat box and say yes, so that we can continue. Okay, we have a lot of yes. Is everyone following what we are saying, right? No doubts, right? Okay, cool.
okay, cool,
I think you can continue. I think.
okay, fine. So if you want to have
Just
an
go a little slow. Okay.
okay, for sure. So if you want to start and if you want to make an image now, so the image tag is img, and then you want to give it a class of dot class. So we'll put the dot this thing, and then we'll name it whatever we want. We'll call it my photo, my hyphen photo, and then we press enter. It'll automatically create the image tag with the SRC, alt, and the class name of my photo. This is a shortcut you can be using. I actually found it out recently, so even I was used to writing the same thing. I did the entire thing over here. So I was slow in that manner, but I'll try to use this now. So all of these things, right? I am going to try and give. I like to use classes a lot, okay? Because I don't know, right? Okay, but then for the main things, like over here uh, for the about me, I'm going to use ID, because without ID you can't, like, when I click on this, it'll take you to the about me section. So that happens because this is an ID. If you would give it a class name, that you can't go right there, right? So we'll, for the this thing, we'll be using an ID, and we'll call it about -me, enter, and inside that we'll be having a photo of ourselves, right? So we'll just give an image, and class is equal to, oh, sorry, image dot, and my photo, making a lot of typos there. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, so we'll have a photo in there. I'll put this thing later. We'll have a class again of uh, am hyphen body. Okay, this is where the content will go. The Moshi and Fawaz Abid Hussain, we go. This part will go into. We'll create a paragraph text over here with the only a paragraph text, and we'll just put whatever you want. Actually, I'm going to copy this part off. I'll try, because it's if you want to see this website, like this website, I'll actually put it in the chat box with, on your own this thing. Yeah, you guys can click on the link in the chat box. I'll put it up in the website, in the WhatsApp group as well. So you guys can check it there as well, if you want. And the GitHub link is here if you guys want to check the GitHub link out. Okay. Yeah. So I'll copy some stuff and all, because that'll take a lot of time, to write the exactly the stuff and all. So, but I'll explain it to you, so don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so first we created a body tag over here, am body, a div with body, am body, and then we opened a paragraph text saying moshi moshi, and if you guys want to use emojis, just go to emoji list, you just go to this website, and you guys can copy paste your own emojis. Just copy this, Control C, emoji, and then just put it here. You can paste it there. So that's how you can use emojis. And okay, then we're going to use an h2 tag, because if you see over here, the Fawaz Abid over here is, it's big in size, right? So we'll be using an h2 tag over there, and then again we'll be adding another paragraph text which says a Weibo with love for tech, and then another paragraph over here saying nice to meet you. Now this Weibo, I've surrounded it with the strong tag, okay, so that it makes it slightly bolder. If you can see, the Weibo and the tech part is slightly bold, and I've also done the same for I would the same. I don't have to do that, it's up to you guys. Yeah, so if we go and check this website out on this thing, you can see it has this kind of obviously the website is looking. Oh, I forgot to add the image, this thing, SRC. So I already have these images in the folder over here called images. I have, let me just change that thing. That's my photo. Okay. And yeah, my hyphen photo dot jpg. We'll give it an alternate of my photo. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention the folder it's located in. So dot basically means the root directory you are in, and then images, and then my photo.jpg and ls, and you should see my photo there. It's very big in size. We'll fix that stuff like that in CSS later. And then we have moshi stuff, the content there. So this is the HTML part for about me. Next, we'll be looking into the services section, this page. Is everyone caught up till here? No? Simple HTML so far, nothing complicated. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll get on with the services. Hashtag service. Okay, so yeah, services will like. This part we'll look at it once. It has an h1 tag of what do I do, and these animations I'll show it at the end. Okay, the same animation over here, I'll show it at the end. I don't want to waste a lot of time doing that right now. Okay, so we have what do I do heading tag over here, and then we have a few icons over here with this thing, with the web dev design, PyDev, stuff like that. So we'll just put that in there. Yeah, so first of all, we'll create a div for the title. Okay, before that, you can see that there's this picture in the background, right? This picture in the background, and then what I've actually done is I've put a div, okay? I've put a div, and above that div, I've put one more div that overlaps this div, and the div below, uh, actually, it'll be better if I just tell it. Okay, so we're just gonna give this a class of service hyphen background image. My name sense is very bad. I'm sorry. Why did I give okay, so that should do that. And inside that we'll add a div of section title. Section hyphen title. Now this class will be used globally because for I'll be using the same class for what do I do projects and get in touch. So while making the CSS, I won't have to repeat the same thing over and over again. So I'll be giving these section titles two classes: section title and section hyphen title hyphen. This will be the one only for the this one, only for the one that's here. That'll be services. So section title section. So we gave it two class names. One is section title, and one is section title services. Okay. After that, we just give it the name. This thing. What do I? Control S. Okay. So that's the heading that should be here. What do I do? I forgot to give it an H1. H1. And now it should be highlighted. Okay. That's it. Okay. After that, we'll add a div to hold the other divs inside it. So div dot services, the dot service section and services, and inside this div we'll add other divs of service. These will be the containers for each one of this. Okay, each one of that service. Why didn't it? Yeah, and inside this we'll be adding an image tag. I have images for these already. Icons. Sorry. Images backslash icons backslash here, and we'll add design first. Design dot svg. Add this thing over here, and after that we'll just add a h2 tag in there, or h3 tag maybe. H3 tag with the class of service hyphen title. Uh, and we'll just give it design. Again, since this is going to be repeated, right? We're going to take the same thing. We're going to shift alt down, down, down. Okay. And I'll just change this with the respective stuff. Over here we'll have python.svg. Oh, sorry, I wrote on the wrong thing. Over here we'll just switch this to web hyphen dev. We don't need this one. I don't know why I added. Change this to caps lock web hyphen dev and py hyphen dev controllers. And this should look something like this. Okay, now I have given it the white color. As you can see in this one, we will be using a black background. This image background. So I gave it a white background. You guys might not be able to see it in this page over here, but then it's here. Okay. How do I can't change the color because it's an SVG. Okay, but you guys can see it, right? Design is here, and PyDev and WebDev is there. So that's the services section. We'll be styling it with this CSS later. Yeah. So why did I? Yeah.
Fawaz, can you pause for a bit? I
Uh,
think people need time to get icons.
Okay, good. Flat icon again. I'll just put the many websites. Yeah, just tell me if anything is, if anyone messages, okay? Because I don't know if I'll keep checking.
Yeah, sure. Is everyone done? Like, has everyone found the icons?
Sure.
Show the
You guys
code.
want me to zoom in a bit, like? I'll explain it till then again. So this is services section, and you guys might be asking, why did I do services section and then again I added one more this thing, service hyphen background image. I'll I it's tough to explain it without showing it the CSS, but then I'll tell you later, right? For sure. Service section, service hyphen background image. If you guys don't want this background image to be there, right? You guys don't have to put this part. You guys can remove that. I've put it here so that I can add this opacity, this black color opacity over this image. That's the main reason, but then I'll explain more in CSS when we're doing the CSS. If you guys want to get the same images as I have, you guys can go to the GitHub link which I sent you guys. And if you're familiar with GitHub, that'll be really helpful. But then just go to yeah, you'll drop on this site, this place, right? Just click on docs. There'll be this docs folder, and the font is here as well. The font, this thing. And if you click on images, you'll have my photo and the koi pond photo. The sorry, this one, yeah, this koi pond photo, and where is the GitHub link? Here. Okay, and inside the icons, you have all the icons. You can just click on one of this, and then you can download it. It's supposed to be a download button or somewhere. Or just save the image like this. Save images. It's supposed to be a download button. Yeah, just save the. Just right click on this and save the image. Let me know once everyone's up. Uh, yeah, don't copy the whole code. Oh wait, you guys asked me to show the code, right? I'm sorry, I got distracted. If you guys want me to repeat any part, I'll be happy to.
I think everyone. I think we can resume.
Okay, cool. Wait.
Has everyone finished? I think. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now we can start.
Fine. So the next thing we want to do is the project section. Okay. We'll have. I already talked about in the this thing, right? You guys, how many portfolios to add, how many projects to add and stuff. For now, I'm just gonna put random stuff in here, like project one, project two, project three, stuff like that. But then you guys can customize it however you want once you're done with stuff. We'll be adding. So we need one projects h1. Then we need one. We need a div that holds this thing together, and then we need the heading, body, and two buttons in there. So we'll add that. We'll go with hashtag project. Sorry, project, and we'll just open that up, and then we'll give it h1 class of section hyphen title. So I told, right, we'll be using the same CSS this thing later on. Go in here and edit this again, section hyphen title hyphen project, the one that's the CSS class that we're going to edit, one specific to this thing, capture what, sorry, projects. And next we'll have a list that, a div that holds all the projects together. So that'll be dot proj hyphen items, and that's the div. And we need a specific divs that hold the one div that is the item. So dot proj hyphen item. I'm using S for the project items to show that like there are many things inside it, and project item, the one div that is actually holding the stuff inside it. Inside this, we'll have the H2 class with the class of project hyphen title, and we just give it project for now. Yes. And after that, we'll be having the p tag, that's the paragraph tag, paragraph, and we'll give the class of proj hyphen body, proj hyphen body, and I guess this is for all the code editors, but if you just write lorem and you press enter, there'll be this random string of code that will magically appear. Okay. Yeah. So for now, I'm just gonna put this lorem thing. It's just random text. We don't have to specify what it is for now. For now, I'm just gonna let this happen. Once you're done with all of this, you can actually put the things inside. Okay. So WhatsApp message. I'm sorry. Yeah, and after that we'll be having the button part. Yeah, so this is the body of project item, and we'll be having the button inside here. Oh, okay. Oh, one thing I missed out is I want to group this thing together. So this project item and project body. So I'll just give it a div of dot project content, and just put the closing tag over here. So yeah. Oh, I just grouped project title and project body inside one more div, project content. Okay, and then let's just go with the buttons part. So dot project hyphen but. I'm just gonna use short forms here for now, and then we're gonna use the button tag, and we're gonna call it GitHub button. So the button that takes you to the GitHub repository, git but. And inside this, we'll be adding an anchor tag, which will take you to the link. So now I'm just going to give it a hashtag. You guys can give it the actual link for the website. Yeah, and inside this, I'm just going to write caps lock GitHub. If you guys don't know what GitHub is like an open source software, like website. You can put your code in there, and then anyone can view your code if it's public, and it's also a version control system. So actually, this is not a GitHub. Why am I even telling us? I'm sorry. You guys can just check it out later. It's a good, it's a must-learn software if you are going to be a software developer. Okay. And web hyphen dev. Oh, sorry, web hyphen button. The this thing that takes you to the website link. Yeah, and inside this also we're going to put another anchor tag that takes you to the website, the actual website, and we'll just call this website. Why is it? Oh, I wrote it inside this part. Website. Yeah. So yeah. Now again the repetitive thing, right? Because we're gonna have 4 divs. So right now, let me just save this and let me just check how it looks. So we have this projects. That's the project heading, and then we give it a okay. Projects, and then we have the random text over here, and then we have one button that takes you to the GitHub link and one button that takes you to the website. This thing. Again, we need 4 of those. So we're just gonna shift Alt and down that thing. So project item, shift Alt and down 4 times. Yeah. So let me just format this document once. Once that's done, I'll show you one. So everything from here to here is what we just wrote right now. So if you guys want to check it as reference and you're still doing, you can. I'll wait for some time. Have any doubts with lorem? You just have to write lorem and enter. You'll get the random text. I guess it works in all editor. If you are on Notepad, just write some random text. Just spam the keyboard, write some random text. For now, it's fine. Just let me know once you guys are done. Okay? Project item. So we created a project items list, and then inside that project item div class the content. The content holds project title, project body, and project. But and then the
Show the preview, Fawaz. Someone is asking for the preview of the code.
okay. If your code is not working like it is supposed to, feel free to ask. You guys can
Yeah, if you don't have the live server
some,
thing, just open the HTML file.
yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, let me show you once. Click, just move to wherever your this thing is. Browse to wherever your folder is. Just click on this thing and then just click or just open it, and then it should open up. And but every time you press save, it won't reload. You'll have to come here and reload again. So remember to reload, or else you won't see the changes that were made, that you have made. You don't have the live server. Browse to the directory where your folder is. You should see a Google Chrome icon or whatever browser icon with the .html file. Oops. If you guys have trouble seeing it here, you can check it out on the GitHub repository link, which I sent. I may have used other class names or not, but you can use whatever you want.
Just scroll above. I think it's there.
Uh,
I have already
just
shared
start.
it. Oh, sorry. If anyone has any doubts, just ask, okay?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Shall I start? Okay, I'll start with the next one.
Yeah, yes.
Tables. Okay, good. Fine. Now we're gonna make another div for ID. So we're gonna make the get in touch part. Get in touch where you can connect with other people. Blah, blah. Don't put Spotify. I didn't care. I was out of icons, so I put Spotify. You can't connect to people on Spotify. Email, Instagram, GitHub, anything else. Don't put Spotify. Okay. I just put it for fun. Okay. Yeah. So we'll start off with this thing. Hashtag get touch. Making a lot of typos. I'm really sorry. Get in touch, and inside that we'll have why didn't it okay. Inside that we'll have a class of get body, get hyphen body. Why do I use get? It's not the GitHub one, it's get in touch, the short for get in touch. And inside that we're gonna put section title. Again, the same thing that we used over here and project, we use section title there, right? Section title, the the class for all the section titles, one section title project for the specific section title. And then we're going to create an h2, is it h2 or h1? Probably we use a class. We'll use h2, h1, h1 dot class. Oh man. I'm so sorry. Section hyphen title dot. Yeah, if you have multiple this thing, you can put a dot and then it'll be multiple class names for you. Section hyphen title hyphen get. And yeah, and after that, the text. I'm just gonna copy that text from GitHub now. The GitHub code is much more cleaner and well organized. You guys can check that. The one I'm writing is a bit messy. The other, okay. Oh shit. You forgot right get in touch. Use a paragraph text. No, we didn't use a paragraph. Okay, fine. Yeah. Afterwards, we'll make another div for the container that's going to hold these social media icons. Okay, so div and dot social hyphen list hyphen item. That should do it, yeah. And inside that we'll have divs for the specific this thing with the class of social hyphen list item. List hyphen item. This one will give items. And inside this we'll have the image. Image. Before that, we now when you click on Instagram, it should take your Instagram, right? So we need an anchor tag. So anchor tag, but in this, I'm just going to give it a hashtag for now. You guys can actually put Instagram IDs and data, and we're going to put an image, src to hyphen icons, hyphen backslash images, backslash icon, and yes, and then oh yeah, that's it. Now again the repetitive part. So we're gonna just hover over that, shift alt. Did I select the right one? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh no, I didn't. This one, yeah. Shift alt, down, down, down. That should give you 4. If you want 4, you can have 4. I'll just go with 1 more because I have 5 here. Let's switch instead to GitHub here. Add Spotify here. Okay, you can probably add Spotify. You know, if people want to check out your playlists and you know they want to like, they want to group with you, you can add Spotify maybe. I don't know. Then Discord if they want to join the server, probably. I guess that's it. or email. Oh, okay, I forgot the bottom. Just this is the Insta. Just switch this to mail. So by the way, do you guys know how to send a mail to someone? So how you do that is you in the href, right? You just write mail to, and then you write the colon, and then the email ID afterwards. Fawaz Abid 96 at the rate gmail.com. For this. Okay. So mail to so in the anchor tag, if you write in the hyperreference this thing, mail to Fawaz Abid 96 at the gmail.com, and when you okay, now this one, where is yeah. So you guys can see why are the images not loading? Are the images green? Icon 45. Oh, okay, they are here. Okay, sorry. Uh, yeah, so they're very huge. We'll fix it using CSS. But yeah, if I click on this big email icon, it'll take me to whatever I've logged in. I've used this thing out, so that's why it takes me here. Or else it'll open a new tab in Gmail or whatever, or your this thing this thing is, and it'll send an email to this thing. So you just have to start writing. So mail to fawazabid96@gmail.com. So and just go through it again. Get in touch div body git body the body for the oh I did not close this body part, right? Forgot to close it. Div, yeah. This is extra one I guess. Where is this one? Okay, yeah, this one's extra. Yeah, you guys can continue. Like, if you guys are still I'll wait. You guys have any doubt? I guess I thought this one a bit faster than inside git body. Yeah, what? Okay, inside git body, the content, the stuff that you're gonna, the h1 tag, class of section title get in touch, the heading h1 tag, and the content like stuff, like whatever you wanna, call like stuff here on my website. I'd love to get in touch with you. Hit me up on any of the platforms below. After the break tag here, you guys can, and then after that, okay, actually, yeah, no, this is this. This is supposed to be comment. Yeah, that's right. The social list items and mailing the items, anchor tags, social stuff like that. So almost done with the HTML part. Uh, let me just- right? Oh, this is the one that I it's a mistake. Oh, okay. I've made some few mistakes. I've misplaced the div tags mistakenly. Yeah. Okay. So are you guys ready? Shall I continue? There's some small thing and then we'll carry on this process. Okay, cool. Now the last part is the footer. It's a small footer. I was very lazy to come make it a better footer. It's just Fawaz Abid thing over here. C 2020 Fawaz. I'm just gonna copy this, Control C, and we're just gonna tab footer. I'm just gonna paste this in your controller. That's it. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You guys can finish that off, and that is done for our HTML. I guess. We might come back to it later. We have this thing over there. Yeah, it's format. Okay. Now, you guys might be like pretty bored or something like after writing intense code of HTML. We're gonna do something fun now. I guess it's fun. I don't know. You can see here over here we have a fav icon, right? And now this one, oh sorry, yeah, I know this one we still don't have a fav icon. I'm just gonna send you a link. Just go to that link, and you guys can make your own really quick fav icons there. Go to this link and you can make your own favicon. For now, I already have a favicon made. You just like, all right, I'm still gonna make one something like this, okay? And then you guys, if you want to use animation, you guys can go copy, append new frame, add a new frame, copy previous frame, and then you guys can make some changes, add some animation if you want. If you don't want animation, you can just press don't use animation, and just press download favicon, and you should have a favicon there, and it'll be a .ico file. I already have mine. It's this lime heart ICO. It's a small lime heart, which I haven't put it up yet in this one. So you can get a small favicon here. You guys make your own favicon. There you go. And this. You guys done? Like make a small one for now. You guys can change later. So. Okay, cool. Once you've downloaded, just put it back to the directory where you're this thing. And to put the fav icon, go back to the top to the head tag, okay? We're gonna go to the head tag and we're gonna write link. And you can see link CSS, that's how you link a CSS file and fav icon. You click on link fav icon, okay? Then the a hyperreference link, whatever is the name of your file. So mine is limeheart, limeheart.icu, Control C. And if we go here, we should, I forgot to give it the root directories, the thing. Images backslash icons backslash. Oh, it should work. Why is it not working? Oh, wait a second. Yeah, okay, now you have the fav icon there. Small fav icon. You guys can make your own one. So how you link it again is go to the head tag where all most of the information of your website is stored, and then link, and it should, like, whenever you write link, it should come fav icon, or else you can just look at this code relation. This thing may not be important, and then just type image text icon, and then the location of where your fav icon is. Is it working, guys? Okay, cool, fine. Yeah. Now we'll move on to the CSS. Okay. Now, as soon as we move on to the CSS, wait, I have some code that's already there, which I'm gonna copy paste. It's a big list. It's a big list. I'll explain it to you guys. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna link the file. So link CSS and style.css. New file style.css. I guess once you're done with that, so how do you link? It's an empty file at the moment. So link style.css over here, and we'll just go here and we'll just check if it's actually linked for now. So we'll just go body, just go background color red, to see if it's actually linked. No, it's not. Did I save it? File.css.
You dot body.
Why is it not loading?
It's not dot body. It's just body.
Oh, okay. My sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but it's not dot body because it's an actual this thing. Sorry, my bad. Thanks, man. Yeah. So it's working. So that's fine. Now, if you guys go to, let me just say this again. So we don't want a red background. That looks ugly. We just go to GitHub and go to code, and let's go to docs again. Go to. I actually recommend. Yeah. Hello, can you speak or something?
No.
Okay, okay. I thought I heard someone. Okay, fine.
No, that's what is a WhatsApp message.
Okay. So, okay. So you see this root tag, right? Okay. Before we go into this thing, we're just gonna start copying from here. You see this asterisk symbol, asterisk on the GitHub. Just copy that from there to okay, from there to a hover from 6 to 101. Control C and just go to style the CSS. Control V. Remove this selection one for now. We'll just comment that selection part. So from line 6 to line 101. I'll tell you guys what it is. You guys don't have to be scared. I know it's a big line of code, but the thing is, I use this every time so that it just makes it more responsive. I'll explain it to you guys now. So you guys done with copying that? Okay, cool. Yeah, fine. Before that, we'll go to Google Fonts. We'll go to Google Fonts. If you guys want to choose your own Google Fonts, just go to Google Fonts. I'll put the link with. Okay. Just go to Google Fonts. Search for the fonts you want. Any font is, it's up to you. It's your website. Okay, you can. I'm gonna go for Railway. Okay. And I'm gonna choose which one did I choose last time? I guess it's light. It's light 300. Yeah. So just I'm choosing Railway Light 300, and I'll be just click on select this tile, and this thing should appear. And then next to that, there'll be this embed option. Click on the embed option, and then just copy this HTML code over here. Okay. Control C. If you want to download the font, I'll show you how to do that as well. If you have a font already downloaded, I'll show that in some time. But for now, if you guys don't want to download and you just want to take this, just click on embed and just copy this part off, and go to index.html and put it up in the website. Yeah. So this. Yeah. So once you're done with, just put it up there. Try to put it above the styles.css, right? I don't know if it actually matters or not, but put it above the styles.css. So once you're done with that, then just go to the CSS font family. Just copy this. I'll tell you that in some time. Before that, so what did we do here? Okay, the first asterisk. Now asterisk means it will apply to every single thing in the entire thing. If I put asterisks and if I give background body, like background color red, every single div in the entire this thing will get a red background color. So now CSS already applies. No, actually not. In like if you don't have anything, if you don't put this thing in here, the file or the website that you open will have some small margin. And I'm just gonna comment this off. Control S, and let's go back to this one. You guys can see there's a small margin over here, right? The small white margin. Every div almost has some small margin. Okay. Yeah. So to remove that, we're gonna put this part. We're gonna say margin is equal to 0, padding is equal to 0, and box sizing border box. Box sizing border box means I'll explain it, man. The padding and the margin. If how do you explain it? It's like the padding and this thing will overlap, and then it'll come to a. It just makes okay. Just put box sizing border box. It just makes the box sizing proper. There'll be a lot of things if you do bugs and all if you don't put this thing in here. It just makes programming much more easier. Box sizing border box. Let's put that in there. I'll put exactly. It's like the padding and margin and overlap. After, do you have anything to say on that? Like. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, now after that, just leave this button one for now. We're gonna skip that for now. Selection also I'll talk about it later. Now, does anyone know over here what this is? Anyone else? Someone? What this --ff railway? Okay, cool, variable, nice. Okay, so oftentimes you will have to, if instead of having a variable, I just use this inside everything. It'll be, and I want to make a change. I'm like, oh, this font size, this font is not good. And then at every div or every this thing, I'll have to make that change, and that's not good. So instead of that, we can just give it a font family. We can create a variable to store the value inside the variable in C++, anything you guys might have learned. You've stored variables, right? How many apples did John have? 10 apples, like that. So John apple is equal to 10. So over here it's font family hyphen railway is equal to this. So every time I'm going to be using this, whenever I use this, it's going to put this inside that thing. Okay, so now you guys are like, why did I put 2 hyphens? That's how you declare variables in CSS. Okay, so it's in C you might write int and then the name of the variable and this thing. In CSS you write double hyphen, the name of the variable, and column and the what you want to store inside that. Okay, so this is a variable. This double hyphen is mandatory. It indicates that you are doing the you are creating a variable, and ff is because it makes it easier for me to tell that this is a font family. So I just wrote font family hyphen and the railway font family. Actually, instead of using railway, I'm just going to make it primary. So this will be my primary font family, and I'll just change this to secondary. Secondary. Okay. So my primary this thing will be railway, and secondary font family will be Gilroy. Font weight. Font weight is nothing but telling how heavy the font is. So this is the normal font weight. This is if you want it to be bold. So I just give it 900 value and 300 value over here. And the default colors I'll be using in this throughout this. You guys can have your own colors in here, or whatever colors you want. I'll be using this thing. I just named it color light, color lime green, color dark, color darker. And we have font sizes. Okay. Some now you guys remember how did I get these? Or if you want colors, right? There's this Canva website and color wheel is pretty good. You guys want to choose your own color. Okay, by the way, Afroz put this thing detailed explanation of border box. You guys can read that. I understand. So yeah, if you go to this Canva link, you can get the colors that you want. Like, okay, cool. So, where am I going? Yeah. After that, okay, font size. Yeah, these are the font size. You guys may be like, how did I get these font values, font size values? That's just trial and error, man. Like I prefer these font sizes. This thing, I in your PC also, in your laptop also, it should be the same. It should work well. But then if you find that sometimes this font is bigger than the other font, you guys can go ahead and decrease these values over here. You feel free to decrease. You know, you can experiment. Now, if I wait a second. Just go back to oh wait, I didn't apply this. I just called it the variable, so it won't work now. We'll check it out later. Okay, but yeah, 3.5 rem for the h1 tag, h2 tag 3 rem, h3 tag 1.8 rem, nav logo. So for the nav logo is this one, I guess. Oh, by the way, if you guys have used different this thing, my CSS like what? No, actually it won't matter, right? Yeah, it won't. Sorry, my bad. Okay. If you guys like have like lime green and you put purple, make sure to like change that. That's it. That's all I want to say. Okay, now what's @media max it anyone? Okay, did you guys understand what variable is first of all? This part variable, how you store variables, you know? Or do you guys want me to explain it again? It's basically the storing. We haven't called these variables out yet. We just gave these variables the name yet. We haven't used them yet. So when you put this, you shouldn't see any difference in your page. Yeah, in your page, it should still remain the same. Okay, actually, you might because of this A link. Just comment that out. Actually, we don't want. So now it should be the same. Yeah, should be exactly. You shouldn't see any difference other than that. Anyone has any doubts in variables? Uh, okay, cool. Fine. Then I'll continue. Yeah. Okay. So what's @media? Anyone? Okay, fine. @media is nothing but it's like an if else statement kind of. Okay. Uh, this this thing, it checks if it's true. So now I'm telling if the so this means max hyphen width. Right now, okay. Now if you press Control Shift I while being in a browser, you'll open your DevTools. Okay, you can see the HTML code over here. You can see the CSS code over here right now for all the things. You can see the border box, the box model of your this thing. And if you click on this small thing next to the this thing, right? This is the device toggle bar, so you can switch to whatever device you want. Once you click that, you have many options. You have responsive, laptop, SD5, Moto G5. You can check how it looks on different mobiles. Obviously we haven't put a CSS code yet, so it's going to look ugly anyways, so we'll just keep it responsive for now. And if you click on this the select an item in a page to inspect it, if you click on that, you can check the details of it. You hover over the image, it'll give you the details of the image. If you hover over the link, it'll give you the details of the link and stuff like that. If you hover over, it tells it's an H2 class logo for Vara. You can see the HTML code on the right hand side changing, right? Plus it'll also show you this thing, padding, how much padding you have, stuff like that. You can just hover over that, and this is DevTools. Console is for anything JavaScript related. We won't be looking into that at the moment. So if you can like just click here, you can check. If I just right click here and I change this to maybe Afro's, this is Afro's website now. Okay, so now it's oh wait, I pressed enter this. So now we have Afro's logo. Okay, so yeah, stuff like that. You can change. You can just like, it won't be changed in the actual HTML code. Okay, it'll only be changed in the browser for the moment. The back. Yeah. I keep pressing Control S. I don't know if okay. So yeah, you can hover over things like this, and you can check its how a thing reacts and stuff like that. You can look into it. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to like shock your parents or something, go to Amazon.com. Amazon. I just go to Amazon, just check something out. And like, oh, what am I doing? Okay, we'll maybe iPhone. Let's try iPhone. And then you like, oh, Apple iPhone. Press Control Shift I. Okay, press Control Shift. Okay, this is probably known to everyone, and I'm acting like super weird. Yeah. So just hover over the price tag over here, and then oh, wait a second. Why is it so small? Why is it that say? What? Okay, let me. You can see 6,390, and just click on that. You change it to 1 rupee and then press enter. It should change to 1 rupee. You can do stuff with console. It's fun. It's and it's really helpful while you're building a website. You can check out how stuff works. You can see how much margin they have and stuff like that. We won't be going to the website. Yeah, so you can look at stuff like that. Okay, so where was I? I forgot. Oh, okay. Yeah. So now it's responsive, right? You can see the width of the website, how big the website is, how this thing. Currently, we have a screen size of 1,371. So what I'm telling over here is max width 960 900 pixels. So now it's not actually obeying that rule, right? It's above 900 pixels. It's 1,436. So that's false. So it won't look into this entire media query. It'll just like saying that this thing is not there at all, and then let's go carry on with the other lines of code. So if like for example, if I just write here body and I write background red, background red color for this. So as soon as I go below 900, the background color changes to red color, right? I don't know why I'm telling all these basic things, but then it's fine. Yeah, so you can see that. So what I'm telling right now is when the max height of the website decreases below 900, I want you to change the font size of H1 to 2.6 rem. It was above 900 pixels, it was 3.5 rem. below 900 pixels is 2.6 rem. Okay, so I'm telling you to decrease the font size, because as your phone decreases, if the font size is bigger, it'll look very bad. It won't look good, right? So we want to decrease the font size as the screen width decreases. There are ways you can do this with JavaScript where you don't have to use media query and all, but then since we're going to be avoiding that, we won't be looking at that. We'll be using media query. Okay. So 2.6 RTM, we can do stuff like that. 2.2. When it goes to 400 pixels, I've decreased it again to 2.2, 1.8. I have made it max width 360 pixels. When it's 360 pixels to RM. When it goes even below 300 pixels, even decrease it even more. So now, but then you guys may be like, oh, why hasn't it applied it yet? Because the font size still remains the same even though we put it. That's because we haven't called the variables out yet. So we're going to start off with that. Now, wait, give me a second. If you can, you guys can go with that. Okay, so yeah, first things first, we're gonna tell the entire body. What am I writing? We're gonna tell the entire body that you can see in our this page that we've used the dark color, right? This color, this color dark. So we're just gonna go to body and we're gonna say background color, and we're gonna, if you're on, I'm not sure if this happens on every editor, but then if you write hyphen CLR, and you just press color dark, it will automatically create the variable tag for you. Okay. If it doesn't happen, you guys have to put the variable and then the bracket function kind of looking variable, the parentheses, and then the variable name inside it. Or else if you just put it without the variable, it won't work. You have to tell CSS that this is a variable. Okay, or else it won't work. The color darker, and if we go back to the website, yeah, you can see we have applied this black background color kind of thing. You can even see this thing, and now we want to tell it to change the color, the text color. So text color will change it to -ff color light. Control S. Now the font color has changed everywhere. Then we want to tell it that we want to change the font family, font-family. We'll change it to font family, primary. We are using railway, so you can see the font family. So the normal ones are really okay. This one over here, this is the railway. This thing. If this railway one for some reason doesn't load, it will use the sans serif one. Okay. Let me just remove that for now. So let's. It uses the sans serif one. If a sans serif is already installed in everyone's like it's already there in everyone's computer, so it doesn't matter if it's ignoring. It will come on. The normal one's very ugly, and you guys don't use it. So that's why I have mentioned two this thing. Railway, if that doesn't work, sans serif. If Gilroy doesn't work, again sans serif. Gilroy is a font that I have installed and kept it. If I go to font, I have the Gilroy extra bold. If you guys want to install fonts, right, just go here. Yeah, you just go to review and download family. You guys should get you guys will get something. You guys will get a zip file. Just extract the zip file, and then inside that you'll have this thing. Just copy and put it in the current directory of yours. And to use it, to use that font, this thing, we're going to use either font face rule. So @font -face, and we want to give it this thing. Where is the font file located. Right now it's in the font. So src URL and where is it located? Dot backslash fonts. Oh wait. Yeah, dot backslash fonts. Backslash Gilroy. It should not give an error. Okay, wait a second. I have to use the text to this thing. Okay. So let me just write that again. Dot backslash fonts and Gilroy extra bold OTF. Okay. Once you've done that, you have to give it a name. Like what are you gonna call? You can't keep calling Gilroy extra bold dot OTF, right? So we'll give it a name. We'll call it font family. We'll just call it Gilroy. All the warnings should go away. Yeah. So now if I change the font over here, primary to secondary. Secondary is the one that is holding this thing. You should see that all the fonts have changed to Gilroy. We'll change it back to primary. So you guys understood how to import a self, like the one that's already inside your computer, like or like downloaded to the CSS file, right? This first thing, put it in the folder or somewhere where you want to keep it, where the CSS file can take it from, and then @font face is the rule that you're going to be using. Open that up. src where the file is located. Font family where, or what are you going to call it from now on? So you can see we called it Gilroy, right? So that's that. Okay, so yeah, once we're done with that, what else do we need to add? Okay, font size. Hyphen, okay, font, hyphen size, and variable, hyphen this body, the normal body's font size. Okay. So yeah, and after that we'll be adding the font weight, font hyphen weight. These are things that like I always use the same thing. Font weight, regular controllers, and line height. I want to keep line height of one. Line height is basically how big the line is, like this line. We'll just save that. Okay, now that we've actually applied variables, you will be able to see that the font changing. It's just the change in font size. Okay. Let me just go to this one here. So now you can see it's pretty big. It's big. It's same size. Now suddenly, somewhere over here, it decreases. You can see the font size decreasing, right? It's not that big because this one. Let me do it something. Let's check this. What do I do? Yeah, so you can see it increasing, decreasing, dancing. We go even down. Should decrease. Right. Okay, I guess again it's not visible because it's very bad. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. And now you can see that the images, right? They overlap. There's a scroll effect. That's not good. We have to change that as well. So we're gonna tell all images to have a width of 100%. All image width 100%. Let me just close this. Okay, yeah. So. Yeah, so now whenever you scroll, when you decrease this thing, it won't look very ugly. And yeah, after that we're gonna have to tell. We'll also tell it to display block. And for the strong character, right? We've used the strong this thing. I want to tell its font weight to be font hyphen weight to be sorry, hyphen FW bold. Now you can see over here that Vibo and Tech, right? Those two things are bolded together. The bold text. After that, we want to declare the H1 and H2. Actually, you guys can copy this again from the GitHub. This thing. Should I copy? You guys want to copy it or should I explain it? Because it's like just calling the variables out. Actually, I'll explain it. It's fine. Copy is fine, right? Okay, fine. You guys can copy it then. I'll just tell you from right away. Because this will be a really big session. It's already 12:52. Yeah, just copy it till the nav bar. Till the nav bar. I guess it's small. So yeah, just copy it till the yeah. I myself forgot to copy it. Sorry. Yeah. So again, H1, H2. We are just telling it to use the Gilroy font family. Why is it not? Okay. Remember the section title? Section title we used over here. Section title. Section title. Oh wait, no, not here. Oh yeah, section title over here. So that's going to be same for all. So that style we've put here. We just told all the section titles to be in center. All of the section titles to use the Gilroy font. All of the font sizes to be used to use the H1 font size. Actually, you don't need this because they're already H1, I guess. The font size one. This is the last one, H1. Yeah, even actually, you guys don't have to use that. You can uncomment this because all of them are H1 anyway. So let's go back to this thing. Okay. So yeah, you can see that all of the H1 tags. What? Why is it not turning into Gilroy? This is it.
You have to use colons for the name also, I think.
Colons was it?
Name of the font. Above in the font face.
I have a colon.
I mean, for the name. I mean, so inverted commas. Sorry.
Oh, wait, but then it worked before.
Let's check. Maybe, I'm not sure.
No. Okay, let me just close this and open with live server again. Is this actually an H1 tag? No, section title. Section SEC title. Section title. Oh, okay. I changed it to secondary. My bad. I forgot I changed it to secondary. Yeah, I changed the font family name to secondary, and that's why Gilroy wasn't working. My bad. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I changed the font family name to secondary. So yeah, so now it should work. And these are the moments, where you solve something and that makes you happy. Like, oh, why is it not working? Suddenly you're like, oh, it's working. Okay, now we're gonna start off with the nav bar. We have already done our global, like kind of things that we want to set up, like basic CSS. We're gonna start with the nav bar. The nav bar, first of all. Oh, okay. How many of you guys over here know Flex? Because I'll be using Flexbox over here because it makes it. Well, you don't need to know my location. Yeah. I'll just put this link up here if you guys need any. I'll Because, by the way, told me about this website and that. I don't know. You guys can go check out this website if you guys need any this thing. But basically, what Flex is, it's an alternate for Grid, and it's really good. It actually does half of the work for you. Flex, it's simple, man. It's very simple. You just have to do a few things. Instead of Grid, you have to use math and you have to count how much there are, stuff like that. Flex does half of the things for you. So we're going to be using Flex. If you go through this website, you'll probably understand everything about Flex. I'll still be telling you a lot about it. So what happens when you display Flex is, it will automatically, if it'll automatically, let me just send this out to the yeah. So it'll automatically bring all of them in the right line. So before, if I comment this line out, it was below it, right? It will automatically position itself such that it's in the same line. Did I save it? No, I did not. Okay, now it's fine. Yeah. So it automatically, does its thing for us. Then we want to tell it to space. So if you go to the flex box, this thing over here, you can tell what direction you want. So by default, flex has its direction set to row. If I change the direction of flex to direction to row, then again it will come down. Oh, sorry, I mean column. It'll come down. Yeah. So by default, it's set to row. We want it like that, so we just keep it like that. So there's stuff like that. You guys can go through the documentation to understand. Flex wrap automatically brings itself down. Flex flow is basically a combination of flex direction and flex wrap together, just a shorthand for that. Justify content. Okay. So now, if you see both of our this thing, right, is like right next to each other. We don't want a nav, but it will look like that. We want it to look somewhat like this, like it's separate. It has like distance between that and all. So we're gonna just go around, justify content space around, and as soon as we've done that, we do that. This thing will automatically position itself like that. So you guys can go through the documentation again. Once I finish this off, I'll give a small this thing so you guys can do it on your own. And in this website, I've used all of them. All the font I've used is Gilroy. All of them. I haven't used Railway. So again, we're just gonna. I permission open Spotify. Okay. Font hyphen family. And font family secondary. Control S. Okay. So now all the fonts changed to Gilroy. Yeah. After that, we'll probably now this thing is over here, right? We want to make it centered. We'll change that also. Don't worry. So this thing over here will center that. So align items center. Control S. Now it's centered, and we'll add a bit of padding in the top, maybe. Actually, we'll add padding later. We'll see why we need to add padding later. After that, we'll go to the nav brand index.html. You can see in the HTML file over here. Where is the nav? Oh yeah, okay. So logo. Okay, we're gonna call it logo. We called it logo. So dot logo, and we're just gonna tell it to. We'll change the font size of its type. Actually, we'll keep it like this for now. I'll change it later. Okay, so now we want to bring these things on the same line, right? How can we do that? How did we bring this Fawara logo or like in the same line as this line in the first place? How do you do that? No, we use Flexbox again. That's it. We use Flexbox again. We use Flexbox inside this also. We just say display flex. and I sorry, I put it in the logo. Control X. Nav hyphen buttons. Control V. Not display, Control X. And all of them should come in the same line right now. Now you can see it's too clustered, right? So we're gonna add padding over here. Padding of 1 EM, 0 EM. Okay, so what order is this? Okay, so when you're adding multiple paddings in the same line, right? The first one is at 12 o'clock, basically top. Okay, it goes clockwise. The first value you give is top, the padding for the top one, and then the next one is right, then bottom, then left. So it goes clockwise, like top, right, bottom. So the 1 EM, it adds 1 EM padding on the top, 0 EM on the on the right hand side, and again we'll add 1 EM on the bottom hand side and 0 EM on the left hand side, because we don't want to add any more. Yeah, okay. I guess 1 EM is a bit too small. We'll go for probably 2 EM. You guys can play around with. Why is it not included? I added multiple D's in here. Okay, the 2 EM is. So 1 EM is actually better. Yeah. Okay. After that, sorry. You have this ugly purple kind of this thing that's there in almost all the this thing. So for that, if you guys have remember, I told you to comment this part out, right? Just uncomment that out. Just basically, I just told that every anchor tag in the link should have no decoration. The color should be white, and the color, if it's visited, still be white, because or else it'll automatically change it to blue or something. I guess I don't remember. And then when you hover over it, it should become lime green. So when the link is like, give it no decoration. When it's visited, change the color to light, and when it's hovered, give lime. So if I hover over it, it'll give this cool lime green color above it. Now this thing, it's two together, right? We're gonna fix that. Now buttons, and we'll do justify content in here again, but nothing will happen. Wait, you'll see. Wait, space around. Space around. Still nothing's gonna happen, right? Now we're gonna do magic. We're gonna set its width to probably 70%. I guess it's too much. I don't know, 50%. I guess 50%. Okay, so okay, it's a bit too much. I guess the font size and all. I just decrease it to 40. Yeah, okay. So automatically you have this cool looking nav bar. Okay, but now if I were to decrease, it's this thing. It becomes too clustered and becomes really bad, right? So we're gonna fix that. So again, this Fawara, this thing is a bit too this thing. So I'm gonna decrease its size. Wait a second. Yeah, logo. We had made a custom this thing, right, for the logo. The logo I told the specific this thing. FS nav logo 2.1 REM, and this thing. I'm just gonna copy this. We'll just come here and font size. Anything font size. Nav logo, because this is the one for the logo. Semicolon, and inside the nav button, you're gonna tell it to font hyphen size. Nav links. So this is the font size for this thing. Now it's looking actually much better. Now if you can see the font size decrease, and font size decreases, and that thing is still going to be, but then you saw the font size decrease slightly from there to there. That's because of the media query magic that we did over here, the media thing over here. Okay, so width 45. Now this thing, it gets clustered, right, when it gets too close. So we're gonna do one more media query over here, and we're gonna tell it media max hyphen width when it reaches 1200 pixels. Now, how do I know it's one? Oh, I forgot to put at the rate. How do I know it's 1000? I've done a lot of experimentation. If you guys want to check it out, so you guys can open the dev tools, okay, and you'll be like, oh, okay, so now it's okay, now it's okay. You can check the width over here. Like, oh, now it's okay, it's still good, it's still good, it's still good. Oh, now it gets too clustered, right? So at like 1200, you see it's getting a bit too clustered. So I'm like, okay, so when it reaches 1200, we're gonna change the width of nav button. So dot nav buttons. Open this thing again, and width we will increase it to about 52% according to my list. So what happens is when it gets to this time, it will increase the width again and it'll become good. But again, when it comes like to this thing, it'll look bad, right? So we're gonna add one more. Wait a second. We're gonna add one more media query over here. Max hyphen width, and at what height does it degree get? Right, so at like 950, I guess, at at 900 pixels, it becomes a bit too interesting. So we're gonna just tell it to not display anything. Like just don't display the nav bar only. Dot nav buttons, and open that up, and display is equal to none controllers. So now when it gets too clustered, it decreases it just removes the nav bar. So you guys can do that till then if you guys need some time. If you have any doubts, you can ask. I know CSS is kind of tough. It's like, brain wrecking, and really sometimes CSS does this thing, like, it randomly does something which it didn't tell you to do. So you guys might have stumbled across some problem, something like while doing. If you have anything, just tell, and I'll try to fix it. The numbers decreased drastically. It was 75, now it's 35. I mean, it's fine. It's okay.
Has anyone have any doubts regarding the CSS? We can
Okay.
explain again if you have any doubts.
Yeah.
If yes, then just send yes if you have doubts. If no, then just send no, you don't have any doubts.
Okay, so what do you have?
Okay.
No? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, fine. We'll continue.
Yo, he
with
has one
the-
doubt.
yes, it is?
Fawaz, nav buttons.
Oh, okay, wait. Over here, right? Where is the? Oh, this one we're just telling it to increase the width size again. So initially we give it 40, right? We give the width of the nav button size to 40. Wait. Yeah. So if I go here, we give this nav button section. We gave it a width of 40%. If I come back and comment this out, comment that out. So when it gets, if it's still 40%, right, this thing will get too clustered, right? So you don't want that to happen. So what I just told is to do is when it hits 1200 pixel, increase the width again. Increase the width again to 52%. Why is it 52%? Because I've experimented, like while making this thing, I've tried again and again. I've gone back, changed it a little bit, made that small. Why is it perfect 52? क्या हुआ? I'm sorry, wait a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when it gets too clustered, I just told it increase the width again to 52%. So increase it so that when it like you can see it increases suddenly. Wait, it's growing, it's decreasing, and when it hits below 1,200, it increases this thing so that it doesn't look clustered again. Got it? Oh, okay. Okay. Wait. Sorry. I'll decrease this thing again. Probably. Actually, instead of doing this, I'll just show it here. So poop, 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 gayab. Like that. Good. Yeah, so once that's done, anyone else has any doubts? No, right? Okay, fine. We'll go with the about me page then. About me, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this one, the about me class. No, not this one. Sorry, this one. Yeah. So again, how these two things are below each other, right? These two things are like below each other. How do I set them to whatever this thing it is, like? You know? How do I like bring them to like up like in the same line, yeah, we did it twice in the nav bar. How do we do it again, you know? Like how do you bring those two things to the okay, you used flexbox again. Yeah, exactly, nice. You use flexbox again. Flexbox is like our savior. So we'll go to styles with css again, and we gave it the id about me, right? Like, about me, and we'll just display flex and easy. Did I save it? Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, save it, and you should see that both of them have come in this thing. Now it's obviously not looking good, so we will fix that. But before that, we'll do second. Oh yeah, justify content. Enter. Now nothing should happen yet. I'll tell you why that's not happening. I'll just so the image, right? What this thing did we give it? We gave it we didn't give my photo. Yeah. So class. Let's go to uh, dot my hyphen photo. Go to dot hyphen photo, and we'll just tell its image to be set. Sorry, width to be a specific size. We'll just tell it to be like for now I'm doing it 400 pixels. I put two dots over. Okay, so I've reduced the size width. Okay, still looks ugly. Justify center. Yeah, so what justify center did is justify content. Again we go back to flexbox, justify content center. This one. It did this. Okay, this is what happened. Flexbox is magic, it can do anything. Okay, so justify content center, that's what it did. It automatically put it in the center. That's it. Now we will oh yeah, now again these things are not like this thing. How did we align these things? Again flexbox, align item center, just do that, and align hyphen items center, control S, and you go back, voila, magic. There's this padding, this is not so good. It's sticking to it, right? We'll fix that. Yeah, we'll fix that. We'll just give it before that. Yeah, okay. So what did we call it? We called it am-body. So we want to give this div padding for the image, right? We want to make sure that that's not it. We just go to styles of this thing. am hyphen. Oh, where am I writing? But am. Oh, not am. Am hyphen body. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Am hyphen body. And just give it a padding of no again. Oh, what is the first variable? Like when you're doing padding, the first one is for the top. Now we don't want to give it any margin on the top, right? We want to give it towards the left hand side because we're going to give the padding over here. We're going to give the padding for this. I can't hover it. Yeah, we want to give the padding to AM body. We want to give the padding to AM body on the left hand side. So first one on the top, you're going to give 0 EM, 0 EM, 0 EM. That's top, right, bottom, and left. Left will give it a padding of 2 EM. Voila, you have some padding over there. So you can see the green color thing, no? That's padding. If it's orange, it's margin, and blue is anything that's in that the actual content that's inside this. And then you'll have border also. Okay, so once we're done with that, I want to tell the body, even though I didn't give it an H3 tag, I want to tell it to have a slightly bigger font size. I want to tell it to have the same font size as H3 tag. So it looks kind of visible, because or else it's too small and we won't be able to see anything. Yeah, so that's that. It looks kind of good now, but then this thing is too sticking to the entire this thing. The entire about me section is sticking to the nav bar, right? We'll give margin to this thing, margin of probably 2 em. I don't know. Give it 3, I guess. Let me just check the. Yeah. No. We'll give it 2 em. Yeah. 2 em, 0 em, 2 em, 0 em. Let's say top tag margin. Margin. Yeah. So now we have this. Yeah. So again, the orange one is this thing. You can see our website looking kind of okay. Why is it too? This thing? I guess we'll increase the margin even more. I don't know. I'll give it 3. I guess that's enough. Yeah. Fine. Oh, what did I do? Did you guys see the font size? Like some random font size or something? Okay. Fine. We have this thing. Now, as this thing becomes smaller, right? You can see it's like, oh, it's gonna become very ugly now. Yeah. So when it hits a certain this thing, preferably when the nav bar is removed, right? When the nav item, we'll just tell this thing to go down. Okay. How do you do that? Again, media query. @media max hyphen width 900 pixel. Okay, actually, instead of we've already made one 900 pixel one over here, right? We're just gonna cut this and it will just paste this over. So it will be, and then we'll just tell the aim body things to happen. Yeah. Okay. First of all, we want the image size to decrease on this thing. Small screen, so we'll decrease that size first. We'll set its width to about 350 pixels. Last time we had used 400 pixels. My photo. After that, we're going to go to the about me section. Hashtag about me, and we're going to tell it to display flex inside this. But this time when you're displaying flex, right? Oh, actually, I guess we already displayed flex before. We don't have to display flex. We just flex flow. Flex hyphen flow column wrap. So we're just telling it to Go down when it becomes. You know that. Supposed to go down. They actually called it. Okay, the image is decreasing. But
Just give column only.
I misspelled column. Sorry,
Spelling.
my bad. Yeah. Okay, I misspelled column. Yeah. Okay. Now it's sticking too much to the this thing, right? We'll again give it a margin over there. These people use that American English, right? Even the color is COLOR. So we should, um, why does it do that? Oh, I added to the about me. Oh, I don't. I just added to the about body. About section body. Control V, Control S. Now it should have uh, AM hyphen body. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so now it should get, I'm just gonna close this and open this again because it has zoomed in and look weird. Yeah, okay. So now you can see it's like this and oop, it'll go there. Now we don't want this thing to be like start from here. We want it to center itself. So we're gonna go to styles with CSS again, AM body, flex, display flex, flex box for life, display flex, and align item center, align item center. You want to tell its direction to be X, direction to be column for this. Uh, yeah, so it is. Why is there okay. Shit. We forgot to remove the padding. We have to remove the padding, right? So we'll just go to padding and add a 0 EM padding. If you write only one term, right? If you like padding 0 EM, it'll give 0 EM to all the sides. Now it's centered properly. Now you can see the body is like poop, 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 and goes down, and it's very this thing. So so now you can see it's a bit clustered. We're gonna add one more media query to decrease the size of this thing when it goes below 300. Only the size of the image. That's it. I will do that later. So. Yeah, guys, but you guys understood it, right? If you want to decrease, just do it. Just decrease the size again. You guys can check out how it looks out on your phone. Oh yeah, just select your phone. This thing. Okay. So after that, what do I do section? You guys want some time? I guess. Want me to explain anything again? Just tell me. I probably skipped out a lot on the explanation because there were so many mixes. Actually, I'll explain it again. Uh,
Should we jump to the project section? I mean, we don't have enough time.
okay,
It's
fine. I jumped
1:30.
Yeah, I expected this to happen actually.
I think they can do the what because that's
Fine.
what I have to do.
Yeah, because what do I do? You figured it out, right? You guys just have to do Flexbox and then again, you just skip to the project section. Anyways, project is very more important than this one. Okay. I'm sorry.
Should we?
I'll let
Can
it be
anyone
there
tell
for
like
now.
should we code it or like we can jump to project section?
Oh yeah, actually we can do this thing. You guys can do it on your own, and later if you guys have done it, then maybe someone gets a prize or something.
Yeah, I think we can. The best portfolio we can give something out, goods or
Yeah,
goodies or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'll just skip to the project section then. Uh, Fine. Again, how do we bring all of them on the same line? Flexbox. Okay, all is Flexbox project and display flex. Flex. It should. Oh, where is it? Below this. Okay. Oh, what did this div get mixed up with this div? No. What is it? Project starts here and it ends here. Yeah, I did get mixed up with the get in touch. Yeah. Uh, no, actually, didn't even mention the diff for closing the project session. So where is project it over? Over here, I guess. It should yeah, okay. But, we shouldn't display it over here, so we should do it in the control X in the dot project hyphen items, and inside that we'll do display flex, and we'll do a flex wrap. So flex wrap, what's flex wrap? I don't think I've told you, but then it's like if something where is flex wrap? Okay, so if something is like big and then it's about to go to the other side, flexbox automatically brings it to the other line, like the line below it. So you can see over here, this one here. So here we have this, right? So when it goes this thing, it brings the second project to the next line and automatically, it'll fix itself. So instead of looking very clustered. So that's what flex wrap does. Uh, flex wrap. Okay, and then flex direction, we want to tell it to be in row direction. Yeah, and we'll give margin on top for about 2 em. Margin on both on all sides for about 2 em. For the items, for each of the items, for like around. Why is it not? Oh, it's hyphenated. Okay, I guess it does. Oh yeah, it did add the 2 em. Okay, so after that we want to give some padding over here itself for the entire project. Project this thing 5 em, 3 em, 5 em, 3 em. So it looks a little bit different. Oh, now you might be like, oh, you added flex, but then they are still not. So I told, right, we added the wrap. So if I remove this, if I come in this thing, it'll all be in the same line. But since wrap is like, oh, if it's full, we want to bring it to the next line, but we want to bring it to the next line, right? So it brings it to the next line, but we don't want that to happen always, right? So we're gonna give the project item some minimum width so that it doesn't decrease to the complete size. So we'll give it a minimum width of about 500 pixels. Sorry if your lunch is like waiting. Okay, I'm sorry. Then we'll give it a color. Color basically the font color that you're using. Hyphen. CLR. Dark and this. And we're gonna display flex inside this as well. Oh, I explain why we're gonna display flex later. Flex, I think so. Calling that. Mm, 200. Mm, oh, oh my god! Why would I write? Okay, we didn't give it the background color. Yeah, we only get some padding of about 2 em. Margin of about 1 em. Ready? Oh, okay, yeah. So there's this thing called flex. Okay, flex. Yeah, this thing. So what flex does is it automatically finds the perfect set like of number. So if I wouldn't give 500 pixels over here, right? All of them would be in the same line. Let me just control this. Sorry, wrong page. All of them would be in the same line. But since I give this minimum padding, minimum width of 500 pixels, and then I give flex, it can't decrease more than 500 pixels. So it came out to be like this. Okay. And in the project session, don't write this much stuff. Just write a little bit. I'm not going to change. In the other one, we have like a better font size and all, better font and all that stuff. But I'm not going to change that now. I'll just let people because we don't have time. I'm going to just make this GitHub and website this thing. Does anyone have any doubt on how this worked? And how Flex works or something? Flex. Okay,
Yeah, I
cool,
think
fine.
it's clear. Yeah.
Cool, right? You understood, right? If you, I'll send all the documents and all the website again on the WhatsApp, this thing. I'll fix the GitHub website button. So after that, we gave it the git hyphen but class name, and we're gonna give it some margin of about 3 em, 0 em, 3 em, 0 em. So yeah, and we'll. So why I did that is because I don't want. Why do I keep? Yeah, I don't want this thing to stick entirely to the text over here, and afterwards we'll give the button some width. Button will give it 125 pixels over here, and height of about 50 pixels. Okay, that should work. Yeah, so we only give the GitHub button, right? So that's why it's only a thing. We'll change that as well later. We'll give it to the website button as well. Now we'll add a border. Border of about 2 pixels. 2 pixels solid. Hashtag. Anything controllers. And we have added a border. We want to change the, we want to make the background color transparent, because if you can see in this one, it's transparent, right? So we're gonna do that. Go to background, color. And now it will be this thing, but then we want the color of the text inside it to become black. So color hashtag. Oh, why do I use this thing when I could have used a variable over here? Hyphen. Let me use the variable there. Sorry, color. Okay. We can copy this. Control V, Control S. Again, American English. Control S. Okay. So that should work. Oh. Oh, okay. We made it such that the link in this thing, if you remember, we made it so the link is white, right? So we're gonna change that over here. So we'll just go back to this and we'll just tell it get hyphen but, and the anchor tag inside that will have the color of variable hyphen CLR dark color. Oh, I forgot to give it this thing. So it should change this thing. We're just gonna copy this, Control C and enter Control V, and we'll change this to web. This is the web button, right? And we want to change the web button. We don't want to keep it transparent, so we're gonna change this thing to the hashtag. So let's. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So it looks cool already. Now, actually, I'll decrease this to 0. Yeah. I'll have to decrease it here. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's the project section. Any doubts?
You guys have any doubts? Please ask us.
Should I do the get in touch also?
I don't think so. We don't have to.
Okay,
People
fine.
might be hungry yet.
Yeah. I hope it was useful to you guys. And this is actually my first workshop, so.
Look, hosting on the GitHub hosting.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. Okay, we'll do that. So first of all, go to GitHub. Okay, log in with your account. If you don't have an account, log in with your account, and just make a new repository. Just click on new repository. This is going to be my third, and we'll just workshop. Should I slow down? Have you like logged in workshop? So just tell me when you're ready.
Here everyone has a GitHub account, right?
They might be doing the projects one. No?
Okay. Then go to your Favicons. Then create a new repository for your portfolio.
Yeah, create a new repository for your portfolio. We'll just call it workshop for now. I'm just going to call it workshop. And yeah, and then after that, you'll have this upload an existing file option. Just click on that, or you can create one, but you don't want to. So just click on this thing that you want. Okay, and go to where your this thing is. And after that, while while uploading the files, right, make sure you could either be doing two things. You could actually just take this entire thing, entire like all these folders, or this folder. But if you're using the main folder, right, make sure to name it docs, because while you're using GitHub pages will only find for the root directory, that is like the entire folder that it's looking for, or it'll find for docs. So make sure to have the folder's name is docs, or else it won't work. So just make sure it's docs, and then afterwards upload it. If you, or else you can just upload all of this. And if you're uploading it this way, make sure the name of the HTML file is index.html. Okay. If you're uploading the folder, docs. If you're uploading the HTML file, like the single HTML file, index.html. So just upload it there. It should take some time. I'll just write initial commit. Oh, why do I keep pressing enter this? Okay, so once all of that is done, something went wrong and we can't process that file. What happened? I guess all the images, all the images are all loaded, but not the index.html. Right, let me choose it again. OMD workshop docs. Wait, let me just re-upload it. Oh, what am I doing? OMD workshop docs and copy this. Did your guys like happen? Did it upload? Oh, okay. This koi.pond JPG is a big file, I guess. That's why maybe I don't know. Okay, quick. Initial commit and commit changes.
Has everyone finished till here? Up till here?
Have you guys uploaded the files?
Have you guys uploaded? Slowly uploading the files. Yeah, it just shows up like that. I think the folders will be there. Like while uploading, it just shows like that. Are the files there?
Yeah. It'll be like docs backslash blah 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 and whatever. Just check the complete name of the folder. No?
Yeah, if everyone uploaded, just send yes in the chats so that we can continue.
You guys can add a readme and all that stuff. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, yes.
Okay.
I'm actually happy that these few people are there. I don't know how this will turn out. Okay. Cool. Fine. We'll go to settings. This might take some time. And yeah, go to GitHub pages and it'll ask you where is the source. So if you have just
go to settings and scroll down, okay?
Go to settings and scroll down till you find GitHub pages. Done? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna select now root directory. If you have uploaded only the files, choose root directory. If you have uploaded the folder named doc, then choose docs. I have uploaded docs, so I'm going to choose docs. I'm going to save it, and GitHub pages source saved. It won't be ready yet. It's going to take a time. This entire dev audio, this container will become green, and it'll be ready. So now if I open this up, it won't show anything. Oh wait, okay, actually it did. I was fast this time. So yeah, you guys can check out my half-built website on fuzza.github/io. And yeah, once you guys have done it, just put the links in the this thing, no? In the thing
WhatsApp
we'll check.
group.
Yeah, or whatever. It may not be complete. You guys can finish it later off.
Yeah, no, you don't need a domain. Like you can share this link
Yeah,
for
yeah.
your portfolio.
And while uploading images in this thing, right, make sure in the HTML document it's backslash dot and then this thing. So if I remove these two things over here, right, and if I open using live server, Visual Studio Code will understand that, but GitHub won't. Okay, so GitHub won't understand that. So make sure you always have this dot and backslash over here, or else sometimes the images may not load on the GitHub pages.
If you guys are done, just share your link, okay, in the group or like in the chat.
Oh yeah, sure. Someone can anyone please help me to get one on one? Hey, sure. I can. You can DM me or you can call me.
Okay, I'll go help him.
Okay, fine. Oh, it's one sent one. Oh, nice one, man. So actually, hello. So I do differently deep learning. I think you. Oh, he also did the. What do I do? Nice. Okay, this part
Nice.
may not have worked, but then it's fine. You guys can fix it out. You guys have time.
The
Nice.
images are
Oh,
didn't load.
He even did the hovering thing. Nice one.
Yeah, nice. Everyone like share your link, please?
It's tough to get started on this thing, but then if you're new, you guys can practice and change, make a few tweaks on this thing, and then be able to do it. It's fine. Yes. Oh, I like his fab icon. Anyone else? Yeah. So in Suhan's this thing, I saw it was a little bit clustered. You guys can play around with the values of the width and all, and then it'll be fine. You don't have to rush it now. It's fine. You guys can go. If anyone's done, you guys can go have lunch. It's fine. Just send the link here and go, please. That's 25 people. I was thinking, we guys can open our friend camera and then like take a group photo or something. Too shy? Hey, don't be too shy, man. We always take photos out of workshops. So I was thinking, we can. It's good. It's good. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. I know. If everyone's fine with it, we'll go with.
Take a screenshot.
But no one's switching on the front camera. We'll switch on the front camera, guys. Come on, one selfie. It's like a digital selfie. I don't know. I hope I was like I was understandable with the. I hope someone learned something. Oh, sad.
I think we
It's
can
kind
just screenshot this like this.
just take screenshot.
I
I'll
think
stop.
for Sahyadri buzz, I think we need it.
Yeah, I'll just switch off the presentation. What is happening? Yeah, stop it. Okay.
You guys have any doubts regarding anything related to web?
I'll send the links of a few good portfolios on WhatsApp.
Yeah, we can keep another workshop on web itself, like more advanced one. If there are good number of participants, then we can keep.
I guess many people were not familiar with like HTML and CSS.
Yeah, I think
why
that's why many left, because we didn't cover the basics of HTML and CSS. Yeah, we can keep a series of like web basics, I think.
I mean,
Mainly for CSS. We can keep
yeah,
a series of workshop.
I'll
Like,
Yeah.
drop some good YouTube videos also and some good sources. By the way, the CSS tricks, right? That's also a good website if you wanna.
Sudarshan, you have any doubt?
Yeah, in GitHub, can we host something like Python code that will perform some kind of web
Uh,
scraping thing?
I
Yeah,
don't
no.
think. I don't. So,
The thing is, GitHub only allows static websites.
yeah,
Okay.
but you
Yeah.
have
So
a
since
GitHub
we've only
student.
done,
Huh?
yeah,
You have
Uh,
GitHub student packs where you get many free stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
because in Guide we can host many things for free, because GitHub student pack provides many services for free.
Okay.
Just
So
check
it's
it out. I think we can
oh,
share the link.
yeah, thank you.
Oh, you can also use
there are other
DigitalOcean, I guess.
websites. Oh yeah, you can.
DigitalOcean.
It's available. Yeah, it's available in the GitHub developer pack, student developer pack.
Okay, is it a
Oh, cool.
separate platform thing like GitHub?
It's a separate
Yeah.
hosting platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
Digital
check in the
DigitalOcean, right?
GitHub student pack.
Yeah.
I shared the link.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
use
that's
those for
great.
free until you're a student.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we are done. I think if you guys need any other workshops, then just
Yeah.
use the WhatsApp group or
Oh,
like
the feedback form is
give
there.
feedback. Okay, yeah, if you have to give feedback. Okay.
Wait a second.
Let's share that link in what.
Oh yeah, wait.
What is the error, Shreyas? What is the error? I think you have just uploaded all the files instead of the doc folder.
If you're doing that, then choose the root directory while choosing the GitHub page setting.
Yeah, just share it. Just share it. I just want to know how much of you actually worked.
See, Suhan is very happy right now because he's the only one who shared. He'll probably get a goodie. If you guys want, you guys can send. Probably he'll get a goodie. I don't know.
Abhyas, nice one. You used the Snapchat thing for that.
After you can also tell about the DevHost and the October Fest.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah, but we don't have many here.
I guess it's fine. They might come, no? They might actually even come for the workshop.
Sony, can you tell about their host?
Yeah. And there
Sony,
will be a lot
hello.
of workshops and talks, right?
I think is everyone here, like actually here?
There are still 21 people out there, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have this yearly event known as DevHost. So it's basically like like technical talks and workshops, and we keep like workshops and technical talks on many advanced technologies like machine learning and also like new technologies. So we call like different speakers from different clubs, like from GitHub and like from the developer students club and also Mozilla. So these speakers come from like from different place, and they give technical talks and a particular workshops on different technologies. It's a 2-day workshop, and this time we are planning to keep on October. We are not sure if it's gonna be online or offline, but it's gonna be online because of COVID. Yeah, so we also have a hackathon after that. That's for Hacktoberfest. I guess you guys know what Hacktoberfest is. Yeah. So we're gonna be having a like every year we keep a Hacktoberfest hackathon. So this year also we are having a hackathon, and we might have good prizes this year. And but it's gonna be online this time because of Corona. So yeah, that's about DevHost and Hacktoberfest. It's gonna be a next month, I think. Not next month. Yeah, it's next month, October. Yeah. You can ask doubts anytime you want. Like any of the SOC members, we will help you out if you are free. Don't hesitate for asking doubts.
Fine. If you guys have done anything, you can leave, I guess. Bye.
Please give feedback, okay? Yeah, feedback is
Yeah.
necessary for us.
I gave it in the group, right?
Yeah. I think they all left. I think Sudarshan is there.
Feedback form is not accepting response, it seems. Wait a second.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.